My Hero Academia.
Yo, you fucking play the hell out of me. You're not feeling this chapter at all.
No. Okay, so I'm not feeling it, Thurman. There is a theory that has been going around for quite a while, and I do think that this chapter may have confirmed it, and I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm going to send you a picture,
Please.
And I think you'll know what this picture means when I send it. So just check your Facebook. Check your Facebook.
Oh God, I'm scared. No. Can't. It cannot happen. The theory was. Oh my God! If this happens, I'm telling you this right now. Mark my lips.
No.
If this theory is true, Black Clover and My Hero Academia are going to switch lists for me.
You'd be pissed too,
my
right?
top manga. Huh?
You'd be pissed too?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel me.
Black Clover is going to be above My Hero Academia.
Oh my God! Like my heart is like beating. Like this is big, bro. Like this is a big deal. Oh my God! I don't know how to feel. I'm curled up into the fetal position right now. So
I can't.
For those that don't know, the theory is, and it's been for a while, that the doctor that originally told Deku, "Oh, you don't have a quirk," worked for All for One, stole Deku's quirk as a kid, and he did this with multiple kids to put into Nomu's. It's unfortunately looking like that may be the case, which again, I'm sorry, but that would destroy the whole theming of this story. The theming that I love about Deku, the fact that he was born without a quirk, was beautiful. It basically was to me, I always looked at it as a metaphor for like Deku in the world that he lives in. Being born without a quirk is tantamount to being born with a disability. And so like you'll be treated differently no matter how people try to be nice to you, right? Like let's say you're born maybe slight autism or a limp, or you can look at it multiple different ways, right? And as a parent, if you're told that, oh, your child was born without this, was born with this, yada yada, you're devastated because you know that your child will never be able to live the same life as other children. And that was what made that such a big deal, because in the world of My Hero, if you don't have a quirk, you were looked at as handicapped, as disabled. Now, it was a lot bigger of a deal that Deku, through just natural circumstances and how he was born, was able to rise above that through his bravery, through proving himself Rock Lee style. He was granted a power from his idol. It's a lot less impactful if his quirk was stolen. Because already I wasn't feeling the whole him getting them like 6-7 quirks. And now this would just even further just destroy the theming that I loved. One of my favorite parts of this series, the part of this series that hooked me in, was the part where Deku and his mom realized that he was born without a quirk. And she goes in to hug him, and she's crying, hugging him from the back, crying, I'm so sorry. Because that is such a visceral reaction. That's a motherly reaction to your kid was born disabled. And to take that away and make it this big plot, this big villainous plot, if that's the case, and this doctor looks exactly the same, like exactly. So I don't know how to feel, and I know that this is going to be one of the first My Heroes we do where we're going to get a hell of a lot of dislikes. Whatever, I'm sorry.
Like I said,
that's what we speak the truth here. But yeah, just saying. What do you think, Thurman?
If this is the case, if that shit is the case, I'm telling you, many manga are replacing My Hero Academia. Probably won't be my number 2 favorite manga anymore. It's probably gonna go down like maybe 1 or 2 fucking slot, because that's a theory. Horikoshi, don't do this, please.
It's bad.
So good. I can't. Oh God! Like what? Oh,
I can't. I'm surprised you didn't pick up on that.
Because frankly speaking, I thought I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe the shitty ass fucking theory that's going to be proven to be correct. I hope it's not the case. I hope we're overreacting. I hope it's just a coincidence.
I'm almost speechless. I don't even know what to say.
If this is true, okay, so I'm sorry. This has to be a separate video. I'm sorry. I can't.
Well, no, it's not a separate video. We can do more videos on it, but we're just talking about it now for sure.
No, I know, but it has to be a separate video, like
as well. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a break from this and focus on the chapter because I swear to God, what I'm telling you, what's gonna happen is going to be me dissing on. So My Hero Academia fans are gonna hate me because it's gonna be me.
It's his favorite manga as of current. That might not be the case for much longer.
This is. Let me tell you how much I love this series. This is in my top 3. Okay, top 3. This is the manga. This is technically one of my first manga series that I've gotten into, like by myself.
And for me, it was like the replacement for Bleach, and Bleach is what got me into manga, so I loved it too. And I loved Deku was my favorite character for a long, long time.
This series means way more to me than most. Like it doesn't rival Gintama, but it's if Gintama never existed, My Hero Academia would be number 1.
Oh my god!
Flat out.
I don't even.
So if this theory, if this is true, Black Clover is replacing it. I'm choosing my favorite son. both of those series are my children, and I'm being that shitty ass parent that chooses favorites. Black Clover's replacing it. Yeah, hands down.
And I've been, as a Hunter x Hunter fanboy, I've been known to have Goen and Deku in the same picture and be like, oh, my green haired children. But yeah, I mean, I guess. All I'll say on that until we move on to more shit is I don't know how to defend it. I don't know how to even say maybe that's not the case because they look exactly the same, and he's keeping his face shadowed out, and I don't know, you could go down a twin brother route. I don't know. I just there's nothing that you can do. I suppose I don't know. I really don't think there's even a fucking route, a timeline split, as I would say. I don't even think there's a fucking possibility of it not being the case. Like, how could it not be?
Well, at least I have Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen reviews coming soon, by the way.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's not replacing this or anything, by the way. I'll review this till the fucking cows come home, bro.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen it's in top 10. For me.
God. Yeah, no, the second I read this chapter, I immediately pulled out volume 1. I was like, I gotta see this shit.
So, like I said, because I can't continue this further, this will be a separate video topic. So, the positives of this chapter.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just like Nurse Joy from Pokemon, where he draws all doctors the same.
You better hope so. So.
Okay. Yeah, positives. There's a lot of positives.
Positives of this chapter. We called it the dude is a humongous One For All fanboy.
I love his fucking. I legitimately love his like back and forth that he's having in his own mind, where he's like, "Oh, I want to follow your orders, but I love you so much that I can't. I just can't."
So it's crazy to me how this character is like I'm trying to figure out, like, is he like this like giant child or like because
what he said was he seemed to be a guy whose body could handle all of the quirks that All For One was giving him, because he says he's able to wield multiple quirks without needing modifications. So remember, the gnomes were created as like bodies that could handle multiple quirks, whereas this guy seems to be just a person that could somehow naturally handle all the quirks that All For One was giving him.
Well, that's good. So, because I was like, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm really happy about that. It's just I'm like, okay, for his design wise, I'm like, you know, technically,
well, he's got a million fucking quirks. That's why he looks like a freak.
Like this man, he's like a fucking Pokemon. Huh. You know that Pokemon with like rocks, like not Geodude, but like fucking. Like, no, this guy's a fucking Geodude.
Yeah.
Oh, this man's a Geodude.
All right, bro. I have no argument against that. He's a Geodude. Also, Dobby tries to fire him, and he like eats the fire.
Eats it. Yo, Dobby needs to go back to his daddy and learn some new fire tricks.
Right, Endeavor would have fucking. I'm curious. Yeah, this guy versus Endeavor. I wonder. Now, I gotta be honest. I love the return of that ink teleportation quirk because we know it's ink, right? They said that last time when it smelled weird. They were like ink. Now let's be honest. Horikoshi does this, and I ain't complaining as a pervy man. I'll just say it. Every time liquid is coming out of a character's mouth, it is always the girl first. You know this. Check for a while, your profile picture was Toga spitting out the ink. I remember this.
Oh yeah, bro. That was good art,
It was
bro.
hot.
That was good art.
Just color it white and pretend it's semen.
That was good art.
By the way, I said that to get a reaction out of Thurman, which he didn't give. So thanks, Thurman.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said just color it white and pretend it's semen.
Oh, yeah.
And now you made me say it twice. That's double the feminists.
It sounds so nice. You gotta say it twice.
Okay. You can put whatever you want into my mouth.
Oh, you know I will. Oh, yeah. If you're still here, congrats.
You have come to the right channel. Come, CUM. All right, thanks. Oh yeah, no, and then they even I forgot they distract him by they like play like a clip of All for One's voice, and then he's like, ooh. He's a weirdo
like
for sure.
They had left him there too. He's chilling right there. He's just like, bro, what the fuck? He's like a fucking pet.
Oh, his mind's definitely been broken. Remember they talked about how it would like basically make you brain dead to have that much quirks. I think they said that. Yeah, because remember the Nomus had to sacrifice intelligence to have all the quirks.
Yeah, so it's just like he's powerful, but he has the brain of a peanut.
Definitely.
It's like if Pat Star had multiple nuclear warheads.
I legitimately, first of all, a couple more things too. So like, one, I do love this little interaction between Twice and Toga where she's like, "What are you burping?" That was great, and I knew immediately there. I was like, "Oh, I see what's happening." But also, I said this last time, but I need to reemphasize. Shigaraki is looking goddamn good as fuck with long hair.
Oh yeah,
I think
definitely
his new design. That's pretty. It's new enough for me to have noticed because like they even mention it in this chapter, and there's a scene where like he's got that long hair, and I'm like, girl, you looking fine.
I know I've said this before in the other chapters, but I have to say it again. I really like how Shigaraki's character is now.
Me too. He's really had a good development. Like that's the best part about him. His development is god tier.
It's just like looking at him, looking at his design. He looks like a Hunter x Hunter character now.
Huh?
Like
you feel his maturity for sure. I don't know where you're getting the Hunter x Hunter character thing, but
he reminds me of what's his name? Phaeton.
Phaeton?
Honestly, I have to say it. He reminds me. Yeah, Phaeton. A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I guess. A little. Yeah. Like okay, I kind of see what you're talking about a little bit.
How he's looking, his hair, like
the squinty eyes, maybe kind of do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. His manner like this new, like his new character development. He reminds me of Phaeton a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Phaeton's got kind of the longer hair that goes down, and he's got like a hood that covers his mouth and semi-squinty eyes.
Like, so yeah, I'm not crazy, right? Like,
yeah, I guess. I mean, for me, it's more just like he looks more mature, he acts more mature. It's one of those like Super Eye Patch Wolf did a really good video on character design and how it needs to correlate with like who they are as a person and how they develop, right? And like basically like the best kind of character design is character design that's not random, not just to look cool, but character design that actually tells a story within and of itself.
Yeah, I agree.
And I dig that. So yeah, then we get the Toga puking up liquid scene that, Horikoshi loves to do. And then, oh god, look at the doctor. Just look at him. look at page 9. Yeah! First I thought first of all, he looks like Dr. Eggman from Sonic.
Yeah, bro. Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Robotnik.
Is that something? Yeah, it is. Okay, thank God. I was worried.
Playing his spin-off puzzle game.
Bruh. This guy is a freak. Now, I love this double page spread with all the fucking tanks. Oh, this is epic. With him at the very end. Oh, like, guy, like, Horikoshi did a good job at making this fucker intimidating as fuck. For sure.
Definitely, because he's like, he's definitely scared of some light, too. He's like, sorry, I can't have you see my face. Like,
yeah, because I'm a well-known doctor.
So, oh god, and that makes it even worse. He was a well-known doctor. Fuck.
Well, no, I said that. I made that up because I assume he's a well-known doctor.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
Bitch, you gotta read. Don't just fucking listen to me. I was just saying, I assume that he's not seeing, like, if he doesn't want bitches to see his face, it's probably because he's like the corner street doctor that sees a bunch of fucking preschool kids, steals their goddamn quirks. It's not good. It's not good. I mean, it makes sense. The shitty part is it makes sense. Like, he's getting all these quirks to put into Nomu bodies, of fucking course. He's, oh, God, no.
Well.
Can't dwell too much. Well, separate video.
I mean, so, not really much to really...
I did want to hear you make fun of how short the chapter was again.
Horikoshi.
Horikoshi's losing it, bro.
This man, Horikoshi. And just a side tangent, I completely forgot to mention this, but Dr. Stone's on break next week.
I saw. You know what that means? That would be a perfect time to slide in those Jujutsu Kaisen reviews.
You gotta read.
It's 50 fucking chapters. Child's play.
Mm-hmm. Says that.
Says child's play for if I like the series, it's child's play.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now listen.
I'm doing the black. Mm-hmm. Black woman. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I can't do it. It's cultural appropriation.
No, fuck all those cultural appropriators, sons of bitches. You can do it. You can't do it.
But yeah, no, like it's good. Like it's weird. I'm conflicted because it does seem like Horikoshi lost his goddamn mind immediately after the Gentle arc.
Bro, he's pulling a fucking Death Note off this.
Oh no!
Man. So I'm gonna have faith in my boy. There's a reason why he's been in the game this long.
I don't know, man. Maybe he had ideas up to fucking Gentle, and then he ran out, bro.
Dude, please don't put him on the level as the Promised Neverland author. After the first arc, he had no idea what he was doing.
I don't know.
I mean, at least his characters are there.
That's
you have to give him that.
That's true. I mean, at the very least, it's interesting now. But like, it does seem like something happened. Like the Gentle Criminal arc was because like up until the Gentle Criminal arc, I would say My Hero Academia was damn near flawless. You feel me on that?
Yeah, I'd definitely say that.
So like, and then all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, what's going on here? Not to the point where it's like awful, but like it's just like. What? Bro, what? I don't know. It's very strange. But, I mean, I guess... Whew, man, we'll have that separate video on the doctor theory, I guess. And,
I did... Besides that, I did like this chapter fairly much,
Until I fucking dropped that hard truth bomb on you.
Yeah, then the quality of the chapter dropped significantly. But besides that, though...
Would you have preferred to remain ignorant? Ignorance is bliss.
Now, from what I'm seeing it's kind of it seems that One for All has a cult, like confirmed.
We've known this, bro. Remember the fucking flashback? Like the motherfucker literally gathered a cult. Even more because I feel like One for All is the type of person who has like one person in his cult and everywhere, like police. One for All's got motherfuckers everywhere for sure.
Like this man is full on governmental. Like he has eyes and ears everywhere, right? So my biggest thing is that I feel like what these next few chapters might be, if Horikoshi, I could be wrong, but here's my theory is I feel like my theory is that One for All is going to try to use Shigaraki as the base, right? Because from what I'm gathering here is that Shigaraki's main thing is what Horikoshi's kind of focusing on is that Shigaraki is going to have to gain the trust and gain acceptance from all of One for All's essential lackeys, right? So, like, he has to gain trust from the tall dude. He has to gain trust from this doctor, right? So it's
going to be like a fucking RPG where he's got to go around all these, like, big shot all-for-one people and get them on his side.
Yeah, I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what One for All is trying to get Shigaraki to do, what Horikoshi's leaning towards right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think I think because of him being captured and moving on to the next stage of where Shigaraki is going to have to prove himself to everyone that follows One For All. Because think about it, right? The two people that we meet that follows One For All is like, well, Shigaraki, you're doing nothing. You're weak. You haven't doing anything.
Yeah, we got to Shigaraki's got to get to that level where he's like pulling some All For One level shit, which, we saw a little bit of that with like his like straight up curb stomping of Chizuki, and we need to see him like go even further practically, I'd say.
Yeah, so I think right now what Hirokoshi's trying to do for Shigaraki as his character is that his main goal, before he even decides to go after All Might and whatever, is that he's going to have to prove to One For All's people that he's worthy of being One For All's replacement. And I kind of like that, because it not only does it show more for the villain side of Shigaraki coming up from the bottom,
started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, his worth, but it also means that Deku has more, to. It's a good correlation, because I'm gonna add some more Hunter x Hunter light in here. One of the biggest reasons why the Chimera arc is so praised is because of the fact that Gon and Miriam never meets. I believe.
Yeah, that's one of the few, because like when a villain doesn't even fucking interact with the main character, it's just shocking. And yeah.
Yeah. So I think one of the biggest things about that is just like it's never been heard of before, to my knowledge. That wow, the main villain didn't even meet the main hero. So I think it's something similar to this, to how like we see the main villain and the main hero grow and gain influence, albeit on the hero side and the villain side. So when they finally do have this confrontation, it feels like they both have
they're growing separately, and eventually they'll clash, right?
Yeah. So I like that. So I want your thoughts on that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. I mean, the whole idea is that like both of these quirks are like the opposite, right? And they're like, it's clearly a two sides of the same coin dynamic that they're doing, whereas One For All is basically just trying to charge itself up to a point where it can defeat All For One. And then, All For One, his whole thing is, I guess, I don't know, he still wants that anarchy, that like just kind of like free for all with the quirks, I guess. And he just clearly he had a motive in like, I want to make Chisaki kind of go nuts. I want to really just like toss him into the fire immediately, like one of those like rip the band-aid off quick, toss him into the fire, jump in the pool, whatever the fucking metaphor you want to use. And that's why he allowed himself to get captured and just kind of like make Chisaki like, all right, it's all you now, baby, let's go. And I'm not even too sure what All For One's full plan is. I mean, because, like, it almost seems like he's just enjoying, like, building up Shigaraki. I mean, we know part of it is that he just, like, he wanted to fuck with All Might. Like, lol, it's your fucking mentor's grandson. And I did that just to fuck with you. He literally says that, which is one of my favorite villain things ever. He's like, yeah, I literally did that just to fuck with you.
I just think, I think... Because I could be wrong, but my theory is like Shigaraki. The main thing is he's just gonna have to gain respect from all of the things, right? Because think about it, this is what Hirokoshi's kind of doing, right? Like he has the giant mountain.
Oh, and then Deku's doing it by gaining all the respect from all the previous quirk users.
Yeah, so it's just like.
Yep, I think you're right.
He's just blatantly showing out there like, Shigaraki, you have to gain respect on the villain side, because this guy is literally saying you've accomplished nothing. You're like the trash of the society. Like what are you going to do? Even his own men are like, what are we doing? Like what's the even point of us being in here? So I like what Hirokoshi's doing, besides the fact that the shitty ass theory might be correct. But I like that. I think that's my theory, and my last theory was correct. So who knows? It seems like it's becoming legit.
For sure. I'll be really curious to see too. Now I have to watch a bunch of reviews, because I want to know if the if the majority of the My Hero fandom, I want to know how they feel about this. I want to know if they're just like basically making light of this, making excuses for it, saying no, it's fine, or if they're actually pissed. Like I want to know what Chibi think. I'm really curious, because I feel like I don't know, man. Like to me, it's just really fucks the theming. So I'll be curious. And final thoughts for you, because for me, that's peace.
Yeah, peace.